Well, the boys from Rustic Films have done it again, just in time for the month of love.
Can't just disappear. Ever since you left, some kind of thing's been coming out of the woods every night.
So funny story, I actually filmed this video already, and then somehow, in the process of importing it to edit, I deleted it instead. After Midnight is directed by Jeremy Gardner and Christian Stella. It stars Jeremy Gardner and Brea Grant, and it tells the story of a man named Hank dealing with the heartache of his girlfriend up and leaving. Oh, and there's a monster trying to bust down his door every night. This film comes to us from the same director as The Battery, a film I admit I have not seen, and from the producers of Resolution and Spring and The Endless, all of which I adored beyond belief. Spring in particular is a movie that moved me on a level that I've never quite experienced before. So to find out that they were tackling another melancholy horror romance flick, I was elated. And while it never quite reached the moving beyond all belief levels that Spring reached, After Midnight still manages to be a wonderfully heart-wrenching, beautiful love story with some horror on the side. One thing I've heard time and again throughout my career is that the audience will not care about the technicals of your movie as long as the story is good. And while I would never say that the technicals of this film are bad by any means, after all the cinematography and the editing are superb, but the technicals of the film ultimately fall by the wayside in favor of the sheer raw emotion of the story. A man needing to, quite literally, kill his own monsters in order to save the best parts of himself and the best thing in his life. Both of the leads in this movie, Jeremy Gardner and Brea Grant, are absolutely fantastic. Their chemistry is electric, and the intensity and experience with which they're tackling these emotions is insane. Brea Grant especially sells so much without saying a single word. With just a minor change of facial expression, she's saying everything she needs to say. And that's really a blessing because a big chunk of Abby's character is revealed through mostly silent flashbacks, complete with occasionally too on-the-nose music. But the performances in this movie really come to a head in the final 30 minutes or so, when everything left unsaid between the couple is revealed in a 10 to 15 minute unbroken take of just a conversation. And it's brilliant, and it's nothing short of heart-wrenching. What really makes this movie so unique is its ability to pretty seamlessly balance very conflicting tones. You have movie A, which is a deeply moving, heartbreaking romantic drama about a strained relationship. And then you have movie B, which is this insane, over-the-top, occasionally really hilarious monster movie. And somehow neither of those things ever feel at odds with each other. And it shifts between those conflicting tones beautifully and expertly. Even when this film shocks you with one of the most insane, over-the-top, tonally jarring jump scares I've ever witnessed in a film, it still managed to stick the landing and deliver an incredibly emotional and heartfelt ending that left me feeling very entertained. Sure, it has a few faults. I personally felt the first act was very slow, and for the first 20 or so minutes I was wondering if the film was ever going to end up going anywhere. But the end result is what matters, and the end result of this movie is a film that's pretty damn fantastic. Any issues and doubts that I might have had from the first act were quickly squashed by what followed. In the end, guys, After Midnight is a film that is just beautiful and sad and funny and completely insane all at the same time. It's a refreshing take on the topic of toxic masculinity, and it's got one of the most insane, surprising jump scares I've seen in a movie maybe ever. On top of that, it's got a really fun allusion to The Endless, and not everybody's going to pick up on that, but I did, and I loved it. I'm going to say that After Midnight is a must-see. This is indie cinema done right. It understands that less is more, it works well within its budget, and it still manages to be 100% effective in its efforts. If you're a fan of melancholy romantic art house horror, and you liked movies like Spring or Starfish, I cannot recommend this movie to you enough. I think you'll really enjoy it. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you like this channel and you want to see more, click down there, like, comment, subscribe. There's a Patreon link down in the description if you want to be like any of these cool people right here. I would really appreciate it. There's all sorts of new reward tiers, anything from getting early access to exclusive videos, to getting gifts sent right to your door. If any of that interests you, please consider donating. I would really appreciate it, and even $1 would help. But even if you don't, thank you so much for watching anyway, and I'll see you all very soon.
You like a werewolf or something?